to order. And we are going to, the first thing on our agenda will be
11
minutes.
a.m. I think we just have to say those in attendance.
Oh, those in attendance are Georgia. Go ahead. Everybody say who they are.
Georgia Otterino, Colleen Mercario, Eileen Morgan,
We are missing David Hobbs.
Davis Hobbs, and Maya Golding.
Yeah, we're
And
missing
Linda
2
Burrow is
members
here as
today.
well.
Okay, so let's look at the minutes from last meeting. And there's one tiny correction, Georgia.
Oh, is there? Okay, let me know.
Suggestions included word of mouth, not word or mouth. Right, the very suggestions included word of mouth. Treasurer's report, Colleen.
Was the, and the meeting, was that the 18th, the 11th?
Oh, word of mouth. Oh, now I see it now. Sorry about that.
Okay. So,
The date of it,
I've got here, on the agenda, it says the 18th, and on the,
minutes,
it
it's
says the
oh, that's wrong. Thank you. Oh, yes, 11.
it's just wrong on the agenda. It's correct on the.
Yeah, it's
minutes
correct on here.
themselves.
It's wrong on the agenda. Sorry. Okay, so are there any other corrections to the minutes or any other comments, problems?
It's,
Okay, so can we vote to accept the meetings as they are written? All those in favor, someone has to say yes.
I don't vote.
Okay, fine, yeah. So moved.
Okay. Anyone opposed? No. Okay, so we need the treasurer's report now.
Okay, so I have that update that Maya has left for us here, so. She has noted that there are no new funds other than. What was the name of the,
The hands on the arts.
Hands on the Arts.
Contribution, Yeah,
of 181. And. She did want to update that she. Has the word, basically, that the line and the wording were bolded. You know, on the-
Yeah, I heard that too.
And then she wanted to update that the donation page is now live online, so we can make online donations.
Oh, great.
Especially when, people can do it independently on their own if they just want to visit the page. Aside from paying a different bill, or when the tax bill goes out, they'd be able to do it with motor vehicle as well. Any bill that they receive, they can add a donation onto it very easily. And she is willing to fund from the treasurer's collector's office. She's willing to fund the 1/3 page insert for this year. With a request for the donation, similar to what was done in the past, so
Okay,
that there'd be an insert inside the bill in addition to the wording. On
Right.
the bill.
okay,
But not for future years, would have to, request funding
Yeah.
from the town itself.
so we don't have to worry about this year. She's gonna do it for us.
Yeah, we need to find out how much that could possibly be, just a ballpark figure.
I think she did have an
Did she?
estimate from
Okay,
the previous time that it was done.
Oh, do you know what it
Okay.
was?
I do not, but I can ask. her.
Okay, let's find out that. And then, yes,
So the-
so who do we go to ask about getting funding? Who do we need to talk to that says, can you fund this 3rd page for us every time? She said that she's,
Yeah, I would just think that it would have to go to Jackie to find out.
okay,
Or we could just re-ask the treasurer. Maybe she's just committing for 1 year and might be able to.
well, she
In
sent a
case
note
she needs-
around and said that she wanted us to try to get funded for ourselves.
Right.
And so I think that does mean
She's
we have
willing
to
to
go,
do it this year to get it off its feet.
Right.
To
yeah,
just try to get the ball rolling on
but we need to go to Jackie. I assigned that job to David Hobbs.
Davis.
What?
Dave or Davis.
So
He's not David, is all.
Davis.
Yes.
Oh, Davis, I call him David
He does not.
Davis.
respond
Okay,
to that.
I believe that he has a lot of contacts with Jackie. Do you agree that he would be the one that would be good for that job? It's always assigned to people who aren't here.
So the current dollar amount that we've got in this fund is $2,061, right? Adding the hands on the art to the.
To the previous balance, she
Yeah.
doesn't have a total
Right,
balance,
right.
but that. That makes.
It's about
sense.
right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so one of my problems with this group is that I had this fantasy that it was really going to be just giving away money as we did that first time. We did a lot of hard work setting this whole committee up and getting all the paperwork done, the applications and where we were taking things. And we did have, we did raise a lot of money that first year. And now this committee has become fundraisers, basically. And that's not what I anticipated this group to be, but now that's what it's turned into. That's our main focus now, is trying to get money. Does anyone have any comments on that?
I don't know what else, I mean, you know, the publication, there's committee members on the committee that I'm on that weren't aware of it. You know, and it was somebody said, oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. I'd like a note sent out to every committee meeting, that if this could be mentioned. It'd be lovely if it could be mentioned during their meeting so that whoever's watching it, you know, or tuning in or reviewing after the fact that we hear about it. PR is a big issue, I think, that we've got to deal with.
I do too.
I spoke with Art in
Yeah, because,
relation to his
yes.
selectman position, and he has offered that he said someone from the town, town can meet with us to discuss ways to raise money if we wanted to go that way.
Somebody from this group could meet with the select board.
No, somebody
From the select
the
board.
town will meet with us
Oh,
to
the
talk
town.
about how to raise money. This is through, he spoke to Jackie about it.
oh, that's
So if you
interesting.
want to, I will try to set that up if you want.
For our next
Mhm.
meeting,
Hopefully for our next meeting, we'll decide on our next, what I thought we'd do is maybe decide on our next meeting and then see. if
and then
that
talk to
person
them.
Can make it on any,
I love that
Yeah.
idea.
okay. I will take care of it.
Okay. Anybody else have any ideas? Any things about raising money? I think it was disappointing, the money that was raised at the arts show. By the way, Eileen, do I owe you some money for that? Because did you have to pay to be at that art show? Oh, that,
I said that, no.
I thought you said that, but I just want to make that clear because I want to make sure I paid for that.
I mean, I agree with the dollar amount, but I also think that it's, again, PR. It's a-
Oh, then
it's a
I
pain
agree
in
with
the-
you.
It's a pain in the neck.
Yep.
You know, and it's a couple of hours from each of our schedules, but I mean,
Okay.
the windmill weekend is one day, 2 days. Weekend, I guess it's 2 days.
I'm not sure.
I would think that we should do it again, and again, PR.
So where do we find, how do we find out about how we get a table there? Do you
I
know,
already got that.
you have a
Taken
table?
care- No, I've taken care of it. The application is in. We did not get a 10 by 10 space like we got for hands-on, but I think we got better under the town tent and an 8.
Oh, that's right. You
and
told me
there's
that.
we have an 8-foot table that's all set up for us, so we don't have to lug stuff.
Oh,
there.
good.
So, you know, in hindsight, I think I should ask for that in the first place because it's gonna be a lot easier for us.
What time do we have to be there?
Okay, so I'm thinking, I don't mind doing Saturday morning.
Isn't it only one day this year?
No,
No,
it's, if
It's
somebody
weekend.
wants to do Saturday afternoon, and then I thought Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning is the parade. Yeah, so,
So which weekend is it? The 8th or the 9th?
yeah.
The
it's
9th.
night.
September.
Okay.
September 8th and 9th.
Yeah, so
What else goes on under the town tent?
I don't know.
It's the kids stuff generally, isn't it? I was thinking, I'm not sure what it is.
That's all I
That's
said.
what it's been
All,
doing
you
this
know what
week.
I got back
And
was,
the music.
there's a spot under the town tent.
Okay. I'll do Saturday afternoon.
Do you want someone to do it with you? I'll do it with you.
No, only Sunday covered.
Okay, well, I'll do Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll do Sunday, but boy, I hate to miss the parade. I love that.
No, I was thinking we wouldn't do Sunday morning.
That's right.
I was thinking after the parade.
Go do it. I'll do it.
If the town tent is up and there are other town offices under it, the bin could always be left with whoever else is
Right.
during the parade,
Yeah.
whenever it's not meant, really.
Yeah.
It could be. left.
Okay, I'll take care of Sunday afternoon, taking everything down, taking everything home.
Do you have the box itself right now?
I have
And
the
the
box
sign?
and then she has the 5 other boxes.
Okay, but since I'm gonna be opening Saturday morning, I can get the box.
I'll
and
get the
sign.
box. The box is there in the bag.
And the sign.
and the
It's sign.
seed money's in it, and the sign is there.
Perfect. I'll bring a tablecloth.
All right, so Keith and I will arrive at this thing at about noon. Or whenever the parade's over, then we'll sit there and then Keith and I will take it down. We don't have to take a tent down or anything, do we?
Just take anything down, just grab the money and go.
Take and any paper we have. Didn't we have papers to give out at that last one? What did we give? What were we doing at the
I
table?
think
Just
it was a brochure.
the money?
I mean, a sheet, an information sheet. Mhm.
Should we give these out or have them there?
Yes.
People want them. Make them available, yeah.
Okay, can you make a bunch of copies of these for me?
See if there's any updates that are needed.
Is it
just that?
Yeah, the address is on it.
All right, so we'll put that there. We'll have our sign and all the other stuff. I have to figure out.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, one thing before I forget. Folks were saying, well, what else does the town offer rebates or aid on, I don't know, veterans, I mean, what
Yeah.
does the town offer discounts to? So that I just,
Well,
I know it.
I
mean,
know a little bit.
I could also give, I mean, I have pamphlets for each different type of exemption that are
Okay.
offered. But
Oh,
you'd
okay.
have to be eligible for each one
Okay.
for different reasons, but it goes into the details of what makes you eligible. And
Okay,
I could just have a few of those
that would
out
be
as
good,
well.
or, the different ones, and then maybe I can do a word sheet that would just recap it.
Mhm. And I can,
With my information and nothing else.
well, I actually have, I have a summary of all of them as well. I
So we are.
We've got a lot of different, a lot of different things.
I'm
And
glad you asked.
So, we're planning on having a couple different sessions just for the senior exceptions. Because the veterans and the blind, they're repeat annual, they know what they're doing,
Okay,
and it's not a lot of new folks coming in, but for the seniors, we try to do outreach to get to the ones that maybe don't know about it.
Okay.
And we are gonna be doing sessions during the day in here. I don't know what day of the week it's gonna be yet, but when you can just come in with your stuff or what you think you have, and we'll get it all filled out for you. So it's
okay, so
I'll-
information about that, because then I can say like, take this and give this to a neighbor if you think that they might be interested. not
Right,
that they might- Not that they're poor and can't pay their taxes, but.
it just,
Um,
because it's the
just
same
share it
problem for
again.
them. PR, just getting
Is
the
it?
word out
Yeah.
there.
It's again, and hiking, just.
We need to stick to those three places. Because it would be so easy for somebody just to take the box. I don't want to put $30 in there in all these locations and have someone take the whole box.
Well, I don't think putting money in there, what would be the intent behind?
It's a like a subconscious psychological thing that, oh, I see, it's $1 there.
Somebody put $20 in, maybe I'll put 10.
And I can put a.
It's all psychological.
on. It's a subconscious.
I'm willing to
thing,
put my
right? Just
cash
like
in
when
there.
you're At like restaurants,
Well,
put you in the, like by the window.
Right. I know, I understand. I just think that if that's going to be part of it, then that would have to be built into the policy. How we're accounting for the amount that you put in, how you're getting it back.
Right.
It would have to, it can't just be, oh, well, 20 of that's mine, or
Oh, I see.
it would
Yeah,
have to be built into the
I
policy.
agree. All right. I'm willing to put my money in there. It's okay. And I did get it back from them. I mean, they were there with that box the whole time. So it's still in the box. I left it in the box.
So that is something that was unclear, I think, from the previous one that I think Maya wanted some clarification on. If that seed money was part of donation that was being kept for going forward, or if that came from you, there was no discussion of that.
It's
So-
kept for going forward. Yeah,
But its origin was from your pocket, not from a donation.
from me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, see, I would call it just as donation.
That's what's unclear,
And
so
put,
that can't.
like
it
$7
needs-
$7 in each box and, start it like that.
Okay.
And it's a donation. And however.
But at
many-
this point,
Well, see, I liked having the 20 and the 10 and the 5 in there. Because I thought that was a clue and somebody had put that stuff in there. So I don't know. What do you think? I don't want to put that in 6
Okay,
boxes.
once, no, but I put a 5 and a couple of ones.
Why
that
don't we-
personally,
Uh-huh.
just you want it, as you say, to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind doing 5 or 7 or 8, whatever.
well, I'll let Rich know about that part of it too, because that would have to be.
Then
something that's-
I'll do it. I'll put it in the 6 of them and then that's a donation.
Are we going to 6 different places or just the 3 places?
We don't have 6 town. Locations.
We're only gonna use 3.
Okay, so we're gonna use.
The box that we use,
But it could
we're
be
using
on
four.
a couple
One,
counters here, a couple counters at the left, you know, it could be spread out.
Right.
At the three locations, we have two
Okay.
floors of the COA.
Okay.
okay,
So
All right.
town hall, COA, library. That's enough,
and then we're gonna have one box that we keep, that we're using at our,
that we're using.
front of us. That's four.
Have an event box.
so we have two more.
Unless we're spacing them out on two counters here and
Yeah.
two at the COA.
Yeah. And then you're gonna get the boxes ready. I'm gonna get the cash, put it in there.
Well, but before any of that, we need to get approval that they are put at these places and have a.
And I can do the donation. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay,
Fine.
so I'm going to do a donation to one of the boxes or two of the boxes, so.
I'll
it's no
donate.
biggie.
It's no big deal.
And then
Okay,
we can return to at the next meeting, hopefully Maya can be at to. About the money that's already in there
right. Okay,
and how that all.
Yeah, and how often it should be collected.
Right, that'll have to be part of it too. What should be done with it at night, how often it should be collected.
Oh,
does it need
yes.
to be- There's a certain process for turning in, there's a turnover sheet and.
is that right? This is serious
For funds
business.
from any, see, assessing doesn't take really much money, and so there's not a lot of turnover, but departments like the beach office or something, they'll come over with their
Ooh.
turnover sheet, they have to.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole process that they're actually trying to get going in Munis now, which is our. Accounting software essentially, so. There are many steps to it that it's not just as easy as. throwing
So
a box
let's talk
somewhere.
about that then. Let's say,
And, okay, so. See, I was thinking about leaving it in place for a month.
I
And
was
that would
too.
be- And that could be part of it, as long as we're kind of checking on it, making sure it's not overflowing, you know.
oh,
I know.
I love you. You are the most optimistic person I've
Put
ever.
the seeds out there.
All right,
you know.
let's
think about this now.
I'm trying to, alleviate any,
Stress on
stress
us.
on the
Right.
staff. No, on the
Right.
staff.
But if they're
They're
looking at
responsible for
it,
these boxes.
right, but at the same time, if there is money in there, there'll have to be some responsibility.
Right.
Somewhere, either somebody, either Maya or I, or the staff where the boxes are, will have to be kind of. keeping an
Aware
eye
of
out
what's happening.
for-
Well,
Yeah.
okay, let's think about this. It's at the library, so the librarian. If we want the people to see it, it has to be out there. So it's not gonna be in her eyesight all the time, but she should know where it is. Maybe she'll put it under the desk at night.
Right.
Or something like that.
Nighttime,
And maybe we'll
Procedure
make the same
probably.
deal with the COA and we'll tell them, can you just put this away at night in your office?
yeah, we'd have to gauge their,
So that's two
Comfort with that.
people. What's-
They have evening sessions.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of people there at night. We want that box out at night. So we'll just discuss it with her that, can you just keep an eye on it and make sure nobody walks off of it?
yeah, and I think that's part of the, why administration needs to approve this,
Right,
because
yeah.
there's a lot of moving
Yep.
pieces
Yes, there are.
and risk, I guess. So,
Okay, so,
In other words, we wait until the admin here has.
yeah, I'll follow up with Rich.
so,
So we hear back.
so do you agree with me that we probably need to have a meeting in a short time, like after we're at our weekend? The windmill weekend. And then we need to meet back with her with all the information she's gathering about how we're gonna handle the boxes. So that will tell us when we need to meet again. We should meet relatively soon after windmill weekend, don't you think?
I guess,
Well, I would say when, Rich has come to a.
Yeah.
Process policy decision.
well, I can follow up with him and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can let you all know what that looks like.
Okay,
I guess the more looming question is there a goal that we're trying to reach as far as the balance goes, to be able to even disperse for fiscal 21? Right now, we're at $2,000. If we have 10 applicants like last year, we're at $200 a piece. Are we really helping
yeah,
their bills? If
I agree
that's
with
what
you.
we're able-
Which brings up a reminder that how did we get $80,000 last year?
that's what I wanna know.
But-
How did that happen? Well, I gave 1,000 to get the thing going.
Uh-huh.
And that was maybe people, I don't know, and
They're
after,
not seeing the balance, though. They're not.
so that was
I mean,
another,
maybe it was advertised that we had.
that was another 9,000 we raised. And how did we do it?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not-
That's-
I
I don't
think
know
it was mostly just as people were paying their taxes, they saw
They
the
saw the
slip of
slip.
paper or whatever it
Was
was.
that it?
And that's it, It has to.
It had to be.
Essentially, that's
That's the
all we
only thing
did.
that changed.
Yeah.
Is that.
Everything that was out there.
What made him stop doing it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. The piece of paper didn't fall out of their taxes this year, I guess, and they didn't, you know, that's the only thing that changed.
I don't know, but this
Maybe
is,
November, we'll get some more, and it's around Christmas time, maybe people are donating. or-
But what are we, so would that then not be for fiscal 24 that would be distributing for?
how much money do you think is the absolute minimum? And we can make a distribution or not? What do you think the cutoff is here?
I would think $1,000 a person.
Well, last year we gave them, what, 860?
Yeah.
Something like that, roughly.
If we get enough to give 10 people 500, maybe that should be our
Like
goal.
a $5,000 goal.
Yeah. And if we can't meet that, we're gonna roll it over to the next year.
I think something like that sounds good.
Yeah.
You don't want to be advertising, oh, we can help apply.
And then give you
then-
nothing.
Right. and
Give
then
you
something
$200.
that's a flat bet, Yeah,
I think $500 should be the minimum of what we distribute to 10 people. And if we can't hit that 5,000, we're gonna roll it over to the
but
following
what
year.
if we have 15 applicants?
I know,
You know?
I know. Yeah.
We're
don't know.
trying to,
Yeah.
Well, remember,
publicity goes both ways.
last year we gave something to everyone. Now, that that wasn't necessarily the rule. Maybe we will evaluate and we will pick 10 that we think are the most needy.
I think that gets a little,
No, you don't like that?
That gets hairy.
it does,
I
because
don't want to defend
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Okay,
I think it should be even.
everybody gets it who applies. So you have a good question. What if there's 15? But we can give each one 200. Well, then we're not giving. We're rolling it over.
Are we allowed to roll it over? I mean, it's.
We're
Yeah.
allowed to roll it over.
We can,
Okay.
okay. So if we haven't, if we've enough, so you're saying if we don't have enough to give each applicant $500,
We're rolling it over.
then we roll it over.
Do we
And
get
if
approval
it's-
for this idea or?
Not
Okay.
for, this is all kind of part of it.
Okay, well, does everyone agree with that?
I think it needs to be a significant dollar contribution. I mean, what, do you have any idea, of what the average tax in town is? I mean, excluding the high flyers, the shoreline stuff.
I do. Let's
Look at
just,
that.
let's just see. I'm gonna base it off of last year's tax rate though, because I don't have this one yet. So. If. I know that the new average tax bill or assessed value is 718,000. If we go off of last year's tax rate of $7.24, that's an average of for the whole year.
Yeah.
$5,198.
5,002, so it's,
So that's the average tax bill.
yeah, that's gotta be, I mean, a $200 contribution is,
Nothing.
That just makes it 5,000 instead.
That just makes you mad.
I mean, if a $500 minimum contribution would be a help. It's not going to be any cure, but it's gonna be a help.
It would be a big help.
I think that we could aim for a $500 minimum and, then we just.
Could we have an it's a first come, first serve, and there's a cutoff of how many we can actually help? Or,
Well, we didn't have that many applicants last year, but I think we're gonna have a few more this year.
I already have one this year that we shouldn't even have because we don't know if we're even running it. you
Right,
know?
right.
So that's different. Next story, we've updated the website and taken that part off, so it doesn't look like
Mhm.
it kind of just says to be determined if
Right,
we get, it's based on funds.
good. I like that.
So
Okay,
when, help me remember, when is the money, when did we give the money?
Oh,
This year, was it in July?
October.
Oh, so October's coming up. Now I see.
I'd
So
say
we'll
this
talk
year.
one-
October, November, we gave it right when the tax bills had gone out.
October, November, so.
Yeah.
It does not look like we're gonna get much more by this October.
well, we can hope that we might get 200 or 300 maybe at the windmill weekend, but that's gonna be it. I mean,
And what is the deadline for people to apply that?
Well, there's not, that's up to us.
So
I mean, I
then
guess
there's
we could move it until later and go through the Christmas season and see what we have by the
Yeah,
first of the year
yeah.
and apply it to the second half of the tax bill, which will still be, I mean,
Right,
we're not wiping
yeah,
any bills out,
right.
so
Maybe we should do that.
that might make more sense.
And I think talk it up that we have talk it up that we're looking for a $500 minimum to each applicant. And that we had a dozen last year, and as the program becomes more well-known, we anticipate or slash fear. There'll be more, so we
Hopefully.
need a minimum of $5,000, so please help.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That could be our thing, yeah.
Maybe I can ask the next Nelson neighbors, Nelson members.
Well, no, I already applied for, I applied for a table there that I'm gonna sit at the next Nauset Nuclear meeting, September.
Okay,
And I don't have approval for it, so I don't know yet. I'm trying to find out if they're gonna let us do that.
okay.
I don't know if we have to bring our own table, but I'm just gonna sit there during the beginning of the meeting.
Well, I was thinking more of, standing up. I always tell folks, just as an FYI,
I wonder if they'd let you do that.
well, this is fine, that might be easier than a table.
Oh, that would definitely be easier than a table.
A 2-minute.
How about this? How about asking them for funding? They fund all kinds of projects. There are a lot of East Ham people in the membership.
Yeah.
We're not a charity, but do they only fund
They
charities?
might only do nonprofits. Town committees are gonna open. up.
Probably. Yeah, that would open a door that they don't want to open. Okay, so,
Just to clarify, tax bills go out November first. When are
Tax bills are due November
they're
first.
due November
I'll be
first?
sending them out mid-September.
Okay, so if they're due November first, we ought to be dispersing sometime in October.
mhm,
It does not look like we're gonna be able to disperse much more than $2,000. So that's 4 people. But you only have 1 application so far, is that correct?
That I rejected because I said that we are not running the program as of yet. We need to wait to see if we're running the program and then I'll take applications. I'm not,
okay,
So the second due date is.
May 1st. So
What?
if we ran this like we do all the other exemptions, the deadline for statutory exemptions is April 1st. And we can still get them all and apply it to the second half of the bill,
yeah.
would just be shifting.
How about this? How about with what we have now, and we're gonna get a little bit more maybe. How about just saying the first 4 applicants, that we're gonna give the money to the first 4 applicants?
There might be a run on the town hall level, like every.
Well, you're in town hall, not us,
I
so,
know,
So-
well, I mean, we could say, make it very public that in order to run the program, we need a minimum of $5,000 and we have a donation deadline of December 31st. And try to get as much as we can,
okay, I like
and then
that.
if on January 1st, we have the money to run the program, applications are due. By the time all the other ones are due by. And we just apply them to the May bill, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
complicated or.
No, that's. I don't think it'd be worthwhile doing something.
You don't think
This,
it's worth-
it'd be worthwhile, it'd be efficacious doing something this calendar year. I think that we should see if, what else we can raise to be significant. And to be able to address more people, because
Yeah.
we're not gonna do this every 6 months.
No,
No, so are you saying that we should hold off on fiscal 24? Or contributions and move it to the next year's tax bill?
Which is due in May.
No,
Right.
that's all fiscal 24, though, I mean,
I
speak in many different years, I know.
Really get confused by
So
this.
generally what we've done is all the donations that we get throughout the year are applied to the tax bill that goes out in September. So
Okay,
So we should be dispersing money,
yeah,
and we have $2,000.
if we had any,
And I don't understand why you were saying you rejected. You rejected the application because the program wasn't running?
Yeah, we haven't even decided if we have enough money to.
run it this year.
run it this year. So we can't, I'm not gonna start taking applications. And
Yeah.
then have to tell people, oh, no, actually, we're not.
I agree with
doing
her.
this.
Okay, now I.
And I like the idea that we're gonna roll this over and do it the following year. And we'll say we need $5,000. And if we don't get that $5,000, we'll just roll what we have over to the following year and that's it. And you'll just tell people, but we just didn't have enough money to give out this year.
And then that could maybe. As part of what we kind of put out there to the public, we didn't get enough donations to run it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah,
We have this much going into next year now.
Yeah.
Help us reach our goal, like,
Yeah.
it might kind of. It might take more pity on the situation, knowing that, we're
Yeah.
trying, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
Not working.
it's not working.
we're certainly not gonna get $1,000 in these boxes. It has to come from the taxpayers because the boxes, that's just gonna be chump change.
Again, it's,
Something,
raising awareness.
it's
Right.
putting it out there and saying, hey, what is that?
And
Yeah,
saying, letting them know it'll be on your tax bill. You don't have to remember right now, but it's also gonna be in your
yeah,
tax bill and.
Yeah.
Online.
I agree with her that most of the people don't even know about it.
Yeah, and Linda, I wouldn't spend time at a table. I think you focus on the, 2-minute appeal.
Well, let me talk to the president and see if they would let me stand up and say, hey,
Yeah.
this
And it's the yacht club.
those people aren't generous.
It's an audience, it's awareness, you know them well.
Yeah,
You
oh, I
spend
do.
time
And in
there,
fact,
And it's like, that's the start of a meeting or on one of your things,
now we
Yeah,
have to wait till
residents.
it gets a little colder because they're all outside. And for some crazy reason, we don't have a microphone out. We don't have a speaker outside. Anytime we make an announcement, we introduced we had to get a guy to do our yacht club sailing from Argentina. And we made a big deal. We had a cake, welcome and everything. Half the people didn't know anything about it. They were all inside. The inside people. So I need to wait a few weeks till everybody's
Okay.
inside. It's colder. I'll do that. I will
Okay.
do that.
Good.
So we're not gonna run it for fiscal 24, is that what we're
Yes.
deciding, or?
I have to get permission to do this to the yacht club, but I'll try.
Yeah,
All right, so decided we're not running this until we get $5,000.
Correct.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, just,
yeah.
That's our decision.
all right.
And does everyone agree with, do I have to put that to a vote?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so, we're not. it's nothing.
Okay, good. All right, are we finished with that topic? Or do anyone have any more input here? Should we go forward?
What is- Yeah,
Okay, it says here, is it possible for the town, funding from the town to assist? We did that one. What about the boxes? We've discussed the boxes and she's gonna get back to me. I'll take the boxes around to the places and talk to the people. And are we interested in a booth at Windmill Weekend? That's all settled. We're doing it. Any great ideas on how we're gonna get? I guess the last topic has been beaten to death already. So are we finished here this fast?
I think we need to establish our next meeting date.
Correct.
And I think that needs to wait until Richard's got his policy
I agree.
process together so that we'll know what.
Now, let me get our calendar.
I mean, that doesn't stop connecting with newcomers or the yacht club.
Right, I mean, I think that all the little background things can still continue to go on, if Rich says that we are good to go. I mean, the box, all we do is just put the boxes in their location.
Right.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
it won't take a meeting to do that necessarily. It'll just take, our fingers crossed that they fill up.
Okay, I'm trying to see, I'm going down to Chapel Hill. I've got to take a look here.
So how soon do you think we really need to have a meeting? If we're not even looking to disperse for fiscal 24. What are we meeting?
I don't know.
for?
What do you guys think?
Well, the only thing I can think of that we'd be meeting for is to meet with this person that's gonna help us figure out how to raise funds.
So that's on the town to let us know.
So that would be. I suppose, yes.
We could just play. it
Or
by
we
ear.
we could set a date right now, at least we all agree to be free on that date, and if that person's free to meet with us, we can, otherwise we can reschedule.
Okay, I have an issue here. I'm gonna be in Iowa for a week and I'm going to Chapel Hill for
What
a
month
week,
are we talking about?
September. How about the end of September when I'm finished running around the country? How about October 6th? Oh, that's October. I don't know, it's gotta go back to September.
October 3rd, how's that?
October 3rd. I have nothing on October 3rd. That'd be good with me.
Oh, that sounds good, yeah.
Let's get together October 3rd and see where we are.
11, it seems to be a good time.
Yep, yep.
So you'll reach out to Kendra to see if this works for them.
Okay.
Right, if the room is available.
All right, let me get this on here. We met on October 7th last year. Can you believe that? All right, October 3rd. So our next meeting date is October 3rd, 2023 at 11 o'clock. All right, I think we can adjourn here.
So move.
Opposed?
Second.
Second. Anyone opposed? None.
42.